Alright, I'm going to show you how to change the oil in the Kawasaki Ultra. This is a 2018. I ordered a kit from Amazon. I didn't like the kits that everyone else was using on YouTube. They were using some kind of a little electrical pump that they would attach the leads to the battery, and it just seemed like it barely pumped at all. It took forever. It was I thought, well, that's really not working very well. So I ordered this different kind, and I think I'm going to like it. Okay, so I ordered this from the Watercraft Superstore on Amazon Marketplace. It's for Kawasaki Ultra 250, 260, 300, 310 jet ski oil change kit. It's $102. But you do get, it's also a kit. It's for also for the supercharged models, so you end up getting an extra quart of oil. But I figure next year I won't be ordering the whole kit, and I can use that extra quart of oil. But here's the extra quart of oil. Man, that's got a lot of oil. 4 quarts, 5 quarts. And it comes with a filter. It's not, doesn't say Kawasaki on it. It says SBT. But I'm sure Kawasaki doesn't make their own filters anyway. This is the pump that comes with it. I can get it out. There that is. There's a pump handle and a funnel. And here's it has its own container that catches the oil. So that's nice. Everyone else was using Coke bottles and stuff to put the oil in. Of course, eventually I'll put it in Coke bottles. All right, well, I don't see any instructions here, so give me a second and I'll try and figure it out. So this is the Kawasaki Ultra. You know, these Kawasaki's, they have the same engine as the Ninja motorcycles. Man, they're powerful jet skis. I just love it. This Ultra has a larger gas tank, and it has the V-shaped hull so that it can cut through the waves. It's not as hard of a ride. I guess it's more of a luxury, but it holds three people. It pulls a knee boarder or a tube, a big tube, all that stuff. It's just a total blast. Now, I recommend one thing, that when you get a jet ski, it'll be so beautiful. But like a lot of these little dealers, they get these jet skis and they have to try them out. So when they try them out, they're gonna knock it up against something. See that mark there on the white? That's a pretty good mark, but it doesn't go through the hull or anything. It's just paint damage. But I got money off, and then that was nice, because whenever I try and dock it, you know, you're gonna hit the dock. I mean, you're not gonna run into it full speed. You're just gonna try and get to the side of it, and the waves are gonna knock you into it, and you're gonna get all kinds of little nicks, and you're not gonna be happy. But I was always happy because I already had my first nick on it. So all I had to do from then on is just have fun. But I think it is beautiful. It does go fast. The speedometer used to say 57 when I got it. But you know, the speedometer is just a little spinner thing on the bottom of the boat. And so now about the fastest it seems to go is 53, but I don't think any of that's very accurate. Okay, so I'll just tell you a few things about it. It does have a reverse and all kinds of settings on the speedometer. But the only thing I ever use it for is the speed and the fuel gauge. Now, like I said, it holds 20 some gallons, which is a lot of weight. So I usually, since I like to go fast, I usually just fill it up about half full. Although it does seem to go just as fast. It's funny, when you have 3 people on it, it goes just as fast as when you have 1 person on it. So I don't know how exactly it all works. It must have some sort of governor on it. I don't know. But it seems to go fast no matter what. I love it. It does have these keys where you can have a slow key for beginners and a green key for advanced. I was a beginner, but I never used the slow key. I've never ever used the slow key. We've got it leveled. I actually, since you might be confused, I changed directions because I'm on the driveway. It's sloped, so I had to turn the whole thing around in order to get it leveled. All right, so now I'm gonna check the oil just to see what we got here. It's the old oil, and you can see it was right there, so it was good. It doesn't even look dirty, but we're gonna change it. All right, I'm gonna stick this right down the oil inlet. This is a nice firm one. I like this. Okay, I'm all the way to the bottom. Now I'm gonna start pumping, see what happens. Oh, I can feel it sucking. Oh, here comes oil. Look at it. This does take a little bit of effort. Good thing I lift weights. Maybe I could just let it flow on its own for a while. It's still flowing. Look at that. Now this is a lot faster than that little electric thing that I've seen other people use. I like this. Not just because I thought of it, but, well, that might influence my judgment a little bit. You know, I don't like to be wrong. Look at it just flowing in there. That's going pretty good speed. Of course, it's going to take a while to get 4 quarts out. But at least it's moving good. That's cold oil. I'll say that you should heat up the engine, run it and heat it up before you change the oil. But I say, why would you stir up all the gunk, water, and sludge that's already in the bottom of the oil pan? Because it settled out. Last time you ran it, it was hot. You shut it off. So I just think you should drain it out cold and not stir up all that sludge. You can see it. Look at that. It looks a little darker than it did on the dipstick. I'm glad I'm changing it. Now, one thing I did read when I first bought this, I was reading up on it. It was saying you got to be really careful when you change the spark plugs because they can break off. And then when you put them back in, you're supposed to put some anti-lock grease on them. But I'm not going to try and change the spark plugs. You know, why create problems when you don't have any? Okay, when I put the bottle down lower, man, it sure started going a lot faster. Oh yeah, it's like a siphon hose now. Look at it go. Well, there you go. That's how you're supposed to do it. I love it when a plan comes together. Yeah, in Louisiana, you have to get them registered. That's my registration. It's good for 4 years. Well, the government's always got to get their money out of you. Yeah, it's flowing good. If it slows down, I'll give it some more pumps. Maybe I will anyway. It's got a good suction on it. Well, yeah, I wouldn't even have had to take off the all that covering the battery and all that to do this. Of course, I had it off anyway. I keep my jet ski on a trickle charger in the wintertime. I got a couple jet ski videos on my page. I just took them with a camera that I was, my phone camera that I was holding in one hand and driving with the other. That was before I had my GoPro. I can't wait to get it back out on the water. Okay, I wanted to show you this before I closed it up. This is the storage compartment. I've taken out the big bin, and under the bin there's a cover that goes on this right here. And this is the battery. And what I do all winter long, off and on really, is I put on a trickle charger to keep the battery from draining and going down. And that's really good for it to keep it that way. Just wanted to show you that. I'm going to put the cover back on now. Okay, this is the cover that goes on it right here. And it has these really neat rivets. They're little plastic things, but you just push them in. Okay, there we go. See, it just snaps in when you push it in. When you take them off, you just push on it and then it releases. Well, you can see we're making progress. If those marks are quartz, we're about up to 2 quarts. Let me look at my phone, see how long it's been. And it's probably been about 10 minutes. I guess I don't have a lot of patience. You know, today I put on Facebook, I feel the need for speed. I had my jet ski all washed, my 4-wheeler over here, my fast car right there, and I said, well, if they don't open up the lake soon, because it's flooding right now, if they don't open up the lake soon, I'll probably get a speeding ticket by my my buddy who's a highway patrolman. Okay, this is what it looks like when it gets to the end. You can see all the junk, or all the air, or whatever. It's on the end. Air bubbles. Oh, it's getting fast. We get a lot of air now. Try and get it all out. As much out as I can. See how much oil I got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines. Of course, you never know what kind of units that could be. I'm hoping quartz. Okay, so I was getting a little funny stuff out at the bottom. So I got extra oil. So what I'm going to do is put a little bit of oil in there and then pump it out with the extra gunk that I got. See what happens. I'll put a little more in there. Okay, so I got the proper kind of wrench the exact size from a friend of mine, and it fit over the filter, and I was able to unscrew it. It had to put a little pressure on it, made a little dent, but put a paper towel under it, didn't get any oil in the engine compartment. See, the filter is way down in there. Looks like I left a paper towel down in there. Can you see it in there? Okay, this is the oil it came with. 1040 Kawasaki 4-stroke engine oil. Jet ski. All right, so I got my, took off the oil cap. Got my nice little funnel here that I used to bend the PVC, pour boiling water down the PVC pipe to make a roller coaster track. Glad I got it now. You know, I might be able to do this job without spilling a drop of oil in the engine compartment. That would be a miracle. Isn't that a beautiful engine? Kawasaki. Okay, so it did take, you can see there's a cool side to the stick and there's a hot side. But it ended up taking all the oil that I had, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 quarts. I did waste about 1/4 of a quart flushing out the engine with it, but looks like it came out all right. Of course, you know, when the engine starts up, it's going to have to refill the little filter, so that's going to take a little bit of oil out of it. But yeah, I think it was a good job. Got it all serviced for the summer.